Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I want to tell you we have merch. So if you want to go support the podcast, you can go check it out at Aidan N Design on Etsy. It's up on the screen right there. Again, hoodies and t-shirts if you're interested. Aidan N Design on Etsy. Go check it out.
You already know, most of these niggas be bad in this show. Hit that bitch one time, I'm ready to go. Most of these niggas be capping his own. My dogs stay the same. Niggas win.
Hey guys, so you're probably wondering, why do we have birthday hats? Evan has a horn. He might be a unicorn. We don't know. But today is a special episode for you guys who don't know. It is our anniversary episode. It's been a crazy year.
Been a wild
It's also
year.
why we have the one.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Look at all the beautiful stuff we've done here. All right? Ready? Clip that. Chat, clip that. Okay?
But it's been a crazy year when you guys see this.
I kind of want to revisit. What was your feelings though when we first started? Like honest feelings.
I was nervous because again, new experience, and also I've always been scared of like trying new things, especially trying something like so big and so like something that like no one that I know does.
Mm-hmm.
But also I was excited because it was getting me like out of the house, because I remember before like podcast and before I worked, like I basically did nothing all day, so I would just play video games. But like this was like giving me like something to look forward to every week, something to like improve upon. So, and at first we were rough because we didn't know anything. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to set this up. Like even if you sent us the videos. Also before we filmed, I remember I was sitting in psych class and we were talking about like, oh, what should we call it? We were looking up names on. Did you come? Was Kickback when you came up?
I had ChatGPT'd it way before. Yeah.
Months
prior to.
And then we kept looking up names. We're like, oh, what about this? What about that? And then the logo, stuff like that. We had a logo with a mountain at first.
Yeah, you know what it was too? Why Kickback? It was first off, it was the best name out of all the ones I was given, but also I had to be specific of like I couldn't pick a name that was already copyrighted.
Yeah,
and that was the only one that wasn't copyrighted. Which now and like that we have it and it's a year later, I love the name.
Yeah, and we're gonna copyright it. Trademark
it. Someday.
So
don't steal it though.
Yeah, don't
please.
steal it.
It's not copyrighted yet, but please don't steal it.
So yeah, just all the memories. I was looking back on my phone about like us looking through names, looking through designs, what we want to call it, and when I first posted it on my story,
yes, the first Instagram picture.
Everyone thought that I was just on a podcast. It was Aidan's podcast, and they're like, "Oh, like what the heck? Like, oh, this time." And I'm like, "No, like this. That's like what me and Aidan are gonna do."
Yeah.
And at first, again, like the hardest thing is having like little support in the beginning, and it's hard when you don't have like a lot of your friends like, "Oh, like this is an awesome idea." Like I see right here.
Yeah.
We can put it up on
First
the screen,
ever
but like
picture.
we look very different, I would say.
Oh, hella, dude. You've been through like 50 different hairstyles.
We've been through a lot, but so every week when we first started filming, it was like something bad was gonna happen. Whether it was like this wasn't working.
Oh my God, yeah.
Something with like one time we waited like 40 minutes out here because we thought someone was in here because it said like someone was in here, even though it was our time. We just waited.
We were being nice, which we shouldn't have. We should have asked someone like,
yeah,
is anybody in the room? There was no one in the room.
Also, one time we came here, they apparently just left. Like they had like a day where they're all out the house or out of like the entrepreneur center.
Oh, you were sad that day.
So I was like, no episode. Because also, what you guys don't realize, when we first started filming, we'd always go on. We do one day a week, but we'd only film one episode. So let's say like that week we didn't have an episode that week because we just forgot to film it. So we've learned through that.
Just like how to prep, really.
Yeah, how to prep, how to go through everything. And again, always thank Evan, always thank Aidan for sticking by my side and telling, like, always, like,
Likewise.
We're in it together. And what do you want to add on to that?
I just think it's been a wild experience in regards to like doing something with somebody.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like very basic and simple, but I'm someone who just doesn't like to work with people. Yeah. I've had the experience that every high schooler has where you do a group project and there's like people slack off. There are moments where I've literally had to tell someone what to write. Like I might as well just write it myself. Yeah. You're just a hand writing at this point. So I think from those like experiences, like adding on top of each other, I didn't really want to do something with another person because I'm more self-reliant. I prefer it to be that way. But since starting, I think it's been like a crazy learning experience, like ups and downs 100%. Like the entire way through. That comes with everything, but it's also taught me a lot about like how to like handle life outside of the podcast. Cause like when I'm interacting with people now, I have to be more tolerant in a sense of like before I was way less tolerant. Like if someone really annoyed me, I just like I couldn't be bothered to entertain them at all. Now it's more like getting to learn people's nuances and getting accustomed to that, but also just like working with someone in general, just like doing this podcast, which is crazy. And we have to like, we didn't have the chemistry to begin with, but it just built up over time where we figured it out.
And also one thing to credit.
Or you know what, maybe it was? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we did have chemistry. We just were too nervous in the beginning to be able to make use of it. Because like you said, we had chemistry when we talked about when we hung out initially.
Yeah.
So that is chemistry.
Yeah.
So we had it. It's just having a camera in front of you people, it's like, it's less scary than one might think. Because now you have the idea that there's like tons of people, not even tons of people, just even if it was one other person watching you and it feels like someone in the room is watching you, right? So it's like learning to get comfortable with that. And
again, I'll talk about this later, but just seeing Aidan's personality just shine, especially throughout these last couple episodes. If you watch the first episode and you watch the episodes like now, like a completely different person. That's what makes it more enjoyable when we're both bouncing back on top of each other and back and forth.
Oh, so, that sounds hot.
Like, yeah, but again, I was in class today. I was looking back on like the early clips and all that stuff. I was like, wow, like it's crazy how far we've come.
Yeah, I think for me, you tell me what your struggle was, but my struggle initially, I was so nervous. I didn't know what the right thing to say was. And at the time, I obviously didn't know that there was no right thing to say. It's just whatever's authentic to you.
And also just trying to always be yourself and not trying to like cater to other people. And again, like I was worried at first, like not saying the right thing. But then what you guys don't realize is that when we first edited our first episode, we went to a place in a state. We went to a place in a state, like in a
trying his hardest not to pin drop,
like in a park area, but like a national park. We went to a national park and we sat on these chairs. They were just chairs, not any specific chairs.
Yeah,
they're on chairs, and we got there at like 11, I think. We both like drove over there. We got there at 11. I swear we stayed till like 6.
It was brutal,
and I was like, bro, is this gonna be every week type of thing? Like it was so long.
Okay, something important with that. That was my first roadblock that I experienced. The first challenge. Like you said, we worked so many hours. And at that point, I remember going back home after that and telling my dad, like, I don't know if we keep doing this because this is just so much time commitment. It was like, what, 6, 7, 8 hours?
Yeah.
And at that point, I was kind of like thinking in my head, here's like kind of the turning point, whether I keep pushing forward or if I just like give it up here. And this was like our first episode, right?
Yeah, first episode.
And then I was searching for so many AIs to edit for me. But really what it was is just a learning curve. Like with anything else. Editing just has a learning curve that you really have to get over. Once you do it, you and me now edit in what?
Like we just literally just watch
like an hour and a half at most. Hour most. I think hour is usual.
Yeah. And at the same thing with that, because when we first started editing, we were specific to like what we want to take out. But like now it's barely anything we have to take out. There's nothing, no really like mistakes that we make. It's just like one or two things, but just
even coming up with names has been harder. Cause like I think what it is that there's so many good moments that we can't pick. Where in the beginning it was just one moment that stood out. For example, Shaka. What was the first episode? Konnichiwa. God, I remember like looking back on the episodes. It's so miserable to watch our first ones.
And how so?
It's like so boring. It's like having to get through it. It's like really rough. You have to really push through it. And the reason being is like, first off, the first episode was a 40-minute talk about Italy.
Basically, yeah.
It's too much. Way too much. Thankfully, I shortened with the Japan one, which hopefully you guys liked. If not, fuck you.
Even though that was a longer episode too.
Was it?
No, you talked about it like more, but it didn't seem as like...
It was quick.
Yeah.
It was
yeah, but it didn't seem as like what's it called? Like stretched out.
Yeah. You know what I did on the first one? Is the way I told stories to people prior to the podcast is I would tell every detail.
Yeah.
Like the guy wore red shirt and blue jeans. This is an unnecessary detail, but it's just the way I told stories. Everything. But then with the podcast, we've grown a lot. Yeah. It's a big change, but definitely the first ones. But I like to keep them there.
You see
the timeline.
And also like I said a couple episodes ago, we could easily just change all the thumbnails in like a different design, like how it was. But we want to show like every time because we went from just a plain background, then we went to we would take pictures of us every single time before, and then he would take pictures of like randomly that we just took like
off the internet, like a Sabrina Carpenter picture or something.
And
episode
then just
13.
added like in the middle. Then the turning point was Happy Birthday Boy when you add like the birthday cake, the background, then Misfits and all of that. You add like a specific element to it.
Yeah. That was the thing is like this process was absolutely necessary and something we couldn't escape.
Yes.
There is no amount of research you can do. I think I did as much research as I could, like watching podcasts, but also looking into like different things to just practice so that you could create a good episode. Well, at some point it becomes too professional, and that was like the whole thing we were trying to avoid.
Yeah.
And then at some point we just found our niche, what worked for us, right? I don't know where I was going with that, so go on your point.
We started with, when we first started filming episodes, we'd have like all these things lined out, and we were super like planned. We went through, like, we had to get every single point. We had to jump through every single point. We had to talk about everything.
Yes.
And then we went to a period after, I would say, like, the turning point for this period was probably after we came back. It was, I would say, probably, like, rest in peace after the Jeff guest episode where we were just, like, saying whatever. Like, we didn't really have a structure. We went to, like, okay, now relax. Like, we'll just say whatever. We don't really care. But then after we took another break and we went to, I would say, from White Boy of the Year, from now, we started like...
What episode number is that, by the way?
22.
22, okay.
We went to a nice structure of like having, yes, we have conversations, but we don't have to always get all those points. We don't have to jump from each one. We just let a conversation naturally play out.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing that we've learned.
Yeah, we've done growing, and we're like so different from how we used to be. I already was shocked when we were talking about the anniversary episode. When I brought it up to you, I'm like, I just looked out of fun because I'm like, it's coming up. It's sometime around. I don't know when, but I looked at it and it's already here.
It's always fun seeing the growth. And again, filming the podcast is easy, but it's the consistency. It's the never giving up. Whenever you don't see the results you want, like keep pushing. And we got to the point where we know we're releasing good product every single time.
Yeah.
It's not like in the past where we filmed a Spring Carpet episode, okay, that's our best episode, and then we're not having a best episode, and then just, there's one. But then we went through a point where I swear every episode, like, oh my gosh, this is good, this is good, this is better, this is better, this is better. But it's also not a point where every episode we're trying to become, like, say, like, okay, now this episode we're filming right now is going to be our best episode. No, we're just having fun, and we're just getting better, improving our conversational skills.
I mean, the important thing is, like, we're human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's cliche, but it's true, right?
We're human.
We can't perform our best every single day. Some will be better than others. Some will be worse than others. We do our best to create amazing episodes, and I think we've learned how to raise our energy more for, like, the podcast for an hour. But what would you say? I wanted to ask you, what would you say is your, like, the biggest hurdles you faced throughout the entire year? Like, what were the challenges that made you either question continuing the podcast? Not even that, but just, like, any challenges that were, like...
Probably pushing through like the hard days. Also just adapting to change. Like whenever you get criticism, like what you need to fix. Because sometimes people, or including myself, are just like hesitant to change because you don't think it's going to like improve. So just always, especially because like these past couple times I've had really bad days where I just felt like super antisocial. So just remembering like I can't just come here just like not speak how I do like in real life. I actually have to like bring my best foot forward.
Yeah.
So I think that's been something that I've tried to work on. How about you? Also staying engaged.
I think
and, like, asking good questions.
We've never said this on the podcast, but we can. It was a moment that happened, but like where I almost initiated the end of the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So that was the biggest hurdle because I'm not very confrontational, and I feel like everybody says that, but I'm like I do my best to sugarcoat things, so I'm not good at telling people like issues I have with them.
Yeah.
And then so I came to a point where like I bottle shit up like really bad to the point where like I start bearing animosity. And so that was the point where like I was bearing animosity towards you because you like maybe had like a certain way of things that I didn't agree with. And so I just wasn't able to talk to it with you. And that from that I learned majorly like to like just be able to communicate.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was a big like turning point. One of the biggest turning points was learning just to like be open with each other and have that like conversation.
Because at the end of the day, we're partners, we're friends, we're best friends. We do everything together. We live together, like I said before previously.
Yeah.
But
brush each other's ass hairs.
Okay, that's just... But yes, even though I'd say we did a pretty good job. This is episode 38, even though I wrote 37 up there. We've released 38 episodes in 52 weeks. So, yes, we have taken some breaks, and he thought we had 35 weeks in the year. Let's not forget that.
Listen, we did more than a year, dude.
Let's not...
We did 3 more episodes than a year.
Oh, my God.
That is crazy,
But
dude.
yes,
We added weeks to the year.
added weeks to the year, but yeah. And it did.
Bro, it's just been crazy. All I can think is like it's been the wildest like learning experience in life. I think
100%.
this has like been amazing chapter. 100%. Like I can say that like wholeheartedly 100%. Like it's had its ups and downs, and like we said, the whole podcast thing, but it's taught me a lot about like how to like interact with people more, and just I think I'm someone who before, like I said, bottled up things so I could bear animosity towards people really easily. And then now that's one thing I'm working on, where it's like stop getting angry at people all the time. You've got to like self-reflect on like why it's happening. It's fine to be angry if someone genuinely did something wrong, but don't just be angry to be angry.
Yeah.
And so it's just helping me so much as like a person. Also, like you being able to tell your stories like relationship wise, that's good for me to hear, because I can use that in the future as like experience. I don't have to go through that experience because you
100%.
told me now, and then I can learn from that, you know?
100%. Also, as you guys may know, we did have some guests on the podcast.
Oh, let's talk about the guests.
We've had some good guests. First, we interviewed Jeff. That was
my boy,
long,
my Asian fella.
At first, we wanted our guest episodes to be way longer. So, like, our Jeff episode was an hour and 20 minutes. But also, our audio in our video was not linked up. So, Aidan thought we were gonna have to scrap that whole episode. Remember that?
Was it the Jeff episode?
Yeah. And we were like in here for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Ryan was trying to
Ryan,
help us out, and I was like, "No, we're keeping this."
Yeah, because some weird thing with the camera. Again, that was during the time period where there's one thing every single time we filmed that would mess up. One thing every time. It'd be like, it was weird. But we figured it out.
We interviewed Jeff.
First episode, what do we think?
Of what?
Of our first guest episode. What's your like critiques, your positives?
We wanted someone at first we interviewed that we both knew, both were friends with, but we learned how to cater the conversation to the guests, because we first just went into it like it was just a regular episode and Jeff was just right there.
Yeah. So it wasn't,
half the episode he wasn't engaged, which was our fault, because when we did talk about things like tattoos, sports, like different stories like that, he was super engaged, having lots of fun. But when we were just having like a regular conversation, he just was there.
100%.
So that's something we had to learn to cater it to the guest. And that was Jeff.
Episode 2. Or guest episode 2.
Guest episode 2 was, Jeff's episode was Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber, which creative name.
Golden episode was Coach Jacobs' episode.
Homegrown was guest episode 2 with Coach Jacobs.
I think this
is his favorite, because
to this day.
He was very impressed with, and I was very impressed with how he like asked the great questions, even though he had no idea who this was. There's not like,
I thought you were about to say even though he asked no great questions. I'm lying.
He didn't know who he was, so he went into like very blind, and he asked great questions. We both like, it was also a funny conversation, because he wasn't like, when you interview adults or you interview people who are like in like a coach, stuff like that, you expect them to be really serious, but he was super goofy. He didn't like hold anything, and he let everything out. He let all of his humor out. He let all the stories out. Like, he didn't like shy away at that.
Yeah, I know. He was such a fun guest to have. I think he's someone where I went into with the mindset of like, I don't care what happens. I'm gonna do whatever I do, and if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Sucks to suck, right?
Yeah, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it too, because like a blast from the past, because he basically watched me grow up in high school.
I mean, people who I'm hanging out with tell me that's their favorite episode. So that's great.
Yeah, and also like he got to see me. Like, I remember one time he was like, or when we were walking, I was like, yeah, you're like a different person, because when he saw me, I was always super angry. Always just want to get my anger out. Wanted to hurt people. Like, I want to get my hands on people and just hurt them.
I just want to like,
That's the right. But yeah, but now I'm like super peaceful. So it's funny, like he got to see like the different side of me. And again, I was super glad that he wanted to come on, and that was probably the best guest episode.
Okay, go quick.
All right, so what do you mean go quick?
I said go fucking quick, dude.
Okay, Man of Steel.
This is the end. I'm done.
Man of Steel with Steel, my best friend from college. We were wearing matching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shorts, and took them a while to figure that out too. I took it off in the beginning, and I didn't realize till like halfway through.
Yeah,
that was a really fun episode. A lot of great stories, like the Dave's Hot Chicken story where the homeless guy, him shaving people. That was probably one of my funniest moments.
Yeah, he shaved the guy's dick.
Well, it was hard.
Well, why'd you have to go silent there?
He had to push it down too. But another great guest episode, one-way ticket to Sweden with Aidan. I remember when Aidan first told me about Aidan. I'm like, bro, we have to get her on. Like, this is gonna be huge.
Yeah.
And we went to her jazz show too, just to sweeten the deal. We supported her.
This was also the time period we started doing skits.
Yes.
Which was fun during the time period, but it was just more like a chapter, and then we moved on.
we did skits before. We were dancing. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, bro, we have to get like the one of the singers or something like that.
Yeah.
And we were just messing around having fun.
Such fucking weirdos.
Just messing around having fun. But I would say that was a super funny episode with also the comments, because one of the comments on the video was like, these guys don't know how to handle her. These guys don't know these guys don't know what to do with her. I was like, what?
You know, you're right.
A grown ass man saying that is crazy.
Yeah, grown ass man.
I mean, that was like
that
was a super goofy episode. Super,
bro.
like,
You guys can never handle her.
I know what to do.
You good?
Give her to me, please.
Yeah, I could.
I could like give me a chance, please. But it was a good, like, wholehearted, like, goofy episode. Also, we did a lot of like prep during that episode too. Like,
that was our first like proper research.
Yeah,
episode,
and we like knew more about her. And it was, I see a perfect mix of like funniness, also like learning more about jazz stuff from Sweden. Like I really enjoyed that episode.
Yeah,
you like that one too?
I'm just thinking about the steps of we learned. First is like Jeff, we learned how to cater to people. Coach Jacobs, now we're learning how to like interview an adult, someone who's like older than us. I think towards like Steele's was, I love you, Steele.
It was goofy.
And then Eden's episode happened.
Was like a perfect
and
mix.
then hers taught us a lot about research.
Yes.
And then the next one.
Oh. And then Take a Chill Pill. This one I had to learn a lot by myself, come being engaged, because when Aidan told me this one, like, because we showed up late to this, I think because I drove different or something like that. We were just late, and our time ended at like 2 something. So Aidan's like, okay, bro, we'll just get like 40 minutes, because we assume people were gonna kick us out, because when we're at our time and someone's in here, we're trying to kick them out. So we assume that. And it's like, okay, we'll just get 40 minutes.
This episode.
We'll just get 40 minutes like easy. So like first 40 minutes, I was good. You know, had a lot of fun. And then we stayed in there for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I was like, at the end, I was like, I just didn't know what else to say. That made me learn, like, when we are interviewing someone, obviously have questions ahead of time, ask more questions. Also, just always stay engaged, because I don't know what was up with me that day. I just was not engaged.
That was another turning point for us. But what I want to say, which you mentioned prior to, is like the whole idea of like, we're coming here to work.
Yeah.
Like whether we like it or not, like some days we're going to feel like shit. Like you said, sometimes you don't want to just talk. You feel like anxious, and not even anxious, but just don't want to socialize at all, right?
This is what I tell people, because again, I still get a lot of people asking like, oh, get me on the podcast, get me on the podcast. I have to tell them like, as much as I want to get you on podcast, as much as Aidan wants to get you on podcast, it has to be a both thing. We have to think it's beneficial, because we might both still like you, but we have to think you have an interesting story, something that people would want to listen.
Yeah.
Like that's the 100%. Hard part, because we could get any one of our friends that we like and be like, oh, let's go. We have friends, but they might not have chemistry here. They might not act good. Because again, Jeff was a little bit nervous when we turned the camera on. He's normally like a super social guy. So it's getting adjusting. And
it happens. That's the thing. Like you said, people just get nervous, but also not everybody's a camera person.
100%.
The one big part of like why social media, I think, is luck is if people fall in love with your personality. If your personality is not something people like, it's just not going to work. And that's where the luck just completely falls out. If you don't have it, you just is what it is. But it's also like, if anything, it's like a job interview too. Like you think about when someone employs you, they're wondering what makes you different. Why should I hire you? In this 100%. Case, why should I interview you? You have a generic story that 50 other people could tell. So why should I interview you?
Again, I'm not gonna say it. But yeah,
shout out.
That one I learned a lot about, like picking, choosing, not just don't have guests, just have guests. Like that's where you learn, like, okay, now we're more selective with guests. And also
be more sexist with our guests.
Selective.
Selective. I love that.
And then our next guest was my son, Cooper. He announced his commitment to UCLA. He actually decommitted from UCLA also, because they fired their coach.
What?
Yeah. But he might still go there, but he decommitted. So we did that whole thing.
Dvorsky.
But yeah, that was guest episode 6.
Yes.
Which, again, that was also, you guys probably don't know this, but that was our first episode back from our break. Was concussions.
Oh my God,
That was our first episode back.
Oh my God, yeah.
Not just from a break, because also when it was in summer, they barely had the podcast room open.
No, they didn't. For the first month when
we had to
summer
wait
started.
a while.
Yeah.
At first, we wanted like our first episode back just be us, like, okay, chill, let's just get back into it. But I was like, oh, like Cooper, let's just interview Cooper. He's like, we were hesitant first, but like, okay, let's just do it because we think it'll be good. So,
that's another big turning point for me. So it's like not even turning point, or no, I was just nervous that day. First off,
100%.
I don't know. And also, it was because we're coming back, and I was just like,
Also, he didn't know Cooper. He doesn't know anything about. That
was
Cooper.
The first time I met him.
He's done a lot of things that he just unaware of the person, or didn't even know anything of the person. He had to. I don't know where I'm going, but very impressed with the way that he handles.
I had to feel him out.
He handles himself, handle the question, all that stuff. You know, and again, that was a super fun episode. A lot of stories between me and him, football, and even though me and him were the ones that played football, he still felt like it was the 3 people. It still felt like he was playing football too, because the question he was asking, we were both engaged. Like it was just a boom, 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 boom. Like
I think the thing we've learned though is like it's very weird having friends on. I will say, because they're more our age and haven't like had that. I don't want to say maturing point, but they really haven't. And it's also like for them, it's uncomfortable to be on camera. I take back the whole maturing thing. I say it's like more the camera thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they've never been on camera. And then so when we invite someone like who we're going to get to eventually, but our next interview, I think it was, right? But people on camera who are more like media, social media figures, it's easier for them because they've been on camera. They're more comfortable. Because someone like me, I'm getting better at it, but I kind of feed off energy. Where like if someone's nervous, it really affects me badly. Where I get super nervous.
Yeah. But that was Cooper's episode again. That was probably, I had really a lot of fun with that. I'm impressed with both of us the way that we just went back and we just came back strong. Like we didn't left. We never
100%.
left. And then our last guest episode, which we haven't had a guest episode in a while, but our last guest episode was personally my favorite. We had one of my favorite artists, See Through
Shout out
Rio,
the boy.
on, which honestly it's kind of crazy.
Say his name.
See Through Rio.
See Through Rio.
Who's my wallpaper, who's also my son, even though he's like 6'8", he's
Yeah.
also my son. But
Love
that
you,
one,
Rio.
that one was crazy getting on because when it's an artist or someone that we personally don't know, and at first I always thought that it would be really hard to get artists on because normally they don't respond to their DMs. But See Through Rio, we would have to like move your message to like a primary, so he wouldn't see like many DMs. So I would DM him sometimes, but he wouldn't respond. Like when I did the top 5 list, he didn't respond. He was the only one that didn't respond to being like on my like top 5 list.
Yeah.
So when after that, I was like, oh, I'm never gonna reach him. So I kept trying, but then I realized I don't know when I figured this out, but like his manager, Nahom.
Shout out Nahom.
Nahom. Shout out Nahom. I kept DMing Nahom. Oh, because Nahom posted on his story about See Through Rio, like doing a show in Oklahoma, which he didn't go do, but he was talking about that. And I'm like, when is he going to perform in California?
Yeah.
And he's like, soon I'll work on it. I'm like, okay. Then I just went through. I'm like, okay, bro, can we get him on the podcast? Or like, can we interview one of your artists like See Through Rio? Because again, the artist that he managed was like 808 Dash, which I already was like cool with. So I knew that was going to be easy. So I'm like, okay, let's get See Through Rio, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, like we're probably going to LA soon. And what some people might do after that, they might just leave it at that. But what I tried to do is just keep reminding them whenever they were talking about going to LA or anything really related to See Through Rio, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm going to interview him. Or like, yes, we're still interview him. And so I was like, I felt like Aidan was depending on me to like nail this. So I was scared that I was going to get him on. And just trying to like make sure, get this all figured out. And at first, I cleared out a day for it. It was like Thursday or Tuesday. I was like, okay, bet, we're probably going to interview on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then I told like, oh, does this day work? And he's like, no, can you do the, it was like the 16th, which was a Wednesday. And I was about to text him. I was about to be like, oh no, it doesn't work. Like, fuck, like, I'm sorry, bro. But then I texted Aidan real quick, which I'm glad I did. And he's like, oh, that works perfectly. They have a day there. And, or UCI has a day open. I was like, oh, bet, let's do it. So I gave my shift to someone else and rest is history. That was really fun, really nerve wracking at first. I messed up the dap up.
Yeah, I remember that was so funny. You're like nervous and
Messed
stuff.
up dab up. That was also where he started the
Happens.
Polaroid thing, and I still need to get people's Polaroid pictures.
Yeah.
But that was cool. Just meeting him, having a like. At first, obviously, he was shy. He was just like you know,
100%.
zenned out. Like didn't really care. But then once we saw him smiling, and also again, give full credit to Aidan. He told a story about like. I think about to like fight someone or like you were like getting.
Oh yeah, so I got someone aggravated me.
And then that made him just bring up a whole story about how he got in a fight. The police was there. Like, Aidan made him tell stories that I would never even predict him to say. And just learning more about him, having, again, like, especially the game that we were playing, it made, like, we were just cool buddies. When I'm watching it makes me feel like we've known each other for a while. We're having a lot of fun. And that's just, like, again, thanks for Aidan making that fun game.
Nah, those both of us. I want to give you credit, though. Like, this is one thing I want to mention that I am so happy that I've partnered with Evan on this podcast. And I guess the positive outcome is what I'm mentioning is that you're so good at like creating bonds with people and being able to create opportunities like getting See Through Rio on the pod. So that's one thing I'm infinitely grateful to you for. And yeah, I mean, the whole moment where you mentioned where like the high school stuff, that's the fun part of conversation.
You don't know where it's going to go.
Exactly.
And again, we also made questions for that See Through Rio episode, but we didn't have to ask all of our questions.
Yes. And
it wasn't a thing like, oh, we have to ask this, and that.
Yeah,
but we just asked a question, then a question went to this, to that, and it just kept bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, it's like if there's silence, use the questions, but they're more like to get it going, but then you figure out where it goes.
And also, like all of that was amazing. And again,
big turning point interviewing someone like pretty popular.
Yeah, and someone who I actually listened to.
Yeah, that's the crazy. It's like it's weird. Like you listen to this person's music.
The podcast give me so much opportunities because let's say like I wanted to meet C3 Like,
Yeah.
when would I meet him? Oh, when he's doing a show, like I don't have to wait for that.
Exactly.
But with this podcast, like again, when I met Donovan's in the Joe Kenji show, at first didn't know what it mean. Then I told him about like the podcast. He's like, "Oh, you're the podcast guy." Like I remember you like the spotlight videos. Like I've messed you so much, and just like hearing that, like that gives me another like way of like connecting artists. When Dom comes, he's coming to and get interviewed by us.
Yes,
which is a weird thing. Instead of just going to LA, because again, let's say you're a favorite artist going to LA, I'm not gonna be like, "Yo, let's go hang out" or something like that. Like, like no, like it just gives us a whole thing of like being able to meet new people. And again, this podcast is giving the opportunity to. I'm able to interview a lot more. Like I'm able, Tai2 Fly, 808 Dash, Donovan's. Like I'm able to interview them when they come here. It's not an if, it's literally when, and just being patient for that. And that's something we're both excited for.
And I think one thing I hope the podcast reflects through like all of this is that we genuinely have a passion for this stuff.
Yeah.
And like you said, being able to get who we want on, because we love this thing that we're doing, and we're not, as much as we want like popularity out of it to be able to like make money off it and everything, I think there's like a genuine love. Me and Evan have talked about this like off camera, but like that we'll be doing this regardless of like viewership or whatever.
And also, I've been seeing a lot recently. It's always funny when people say, "Oh, like I've been tuning your episodes. Like I checked this out, check that out." It always means a lot. And like who's like we've had 7 guest episodes in the first year. What type of guests do we want on in the future? We all both said comedy, but also I told Aidan like if we want to like get a better chance, we got to be in those situations.
Yeah.
We got to like put ourselves out there
100%.
because we're gonna have to go from obviously not get the base comedian, but if we get a comedian like from
like
a regular
networking.
show, then boom, he knows this person, they know this person, blah blah blah, boom 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 boom. So I feel like comedians would be good, funny.
It could be fun. It could be
they're
fun.
also
The
very
only thing,
social.
They are very social. The only thing I'd be worried about is their dominating presence of like their personality can be so much that it causes someone to shy away.
Then
so
we gotta bend them over and dominate them back.
Oh, fuck, dude. We'll Eiffel Tower the shit out of them.
If that's what it takes. But
So any comedians that want to come on
Just know
that
what
are
you're
looking
getting-
forward to that.
just know what you're getting into and entered.
so funny.
Into and entered. But yeah, so what else? Like, what type of guests? That's what I've been struggling. Like, what type of guests? Because obviously, you know me. Like, we're trying to get like music people on, but like, we don't want to just
100%. I think on the top of the list, musicians. Next, I would love comedians, but I think that'd be a little bit harder to do. A lot of the big comedians are usually like in a different stratosphere.
Yeah.
We could have one more friend that I'm looking forward to.
Maybe
Other than that, I don't know. Just
when
any
something
like
comes.
I think my thing, and like the thing we talked about is that like anybody who's interesting. I really don't
Just,
care
like,
what you do,
Or
as
how
long
big
as
you are, how
as
small
long
you
as
are.
What you do makes you interesting, and something about it. You have an interesting take, an experience, something that just makes me really want to like talk to you and get
learn
to know your
more,
story.
yeah. And so, whenever you guys see the next guest episode, just know we worked hard on the guest episode. We prepared. We're starting to prepare more for that stuff because we truly do care. And again, Aidan was on me a lot about the C3 episode. He was scared that I just was gonna show up with like nothing in my notes.
Bro, you want to know something?
What?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
he was
notes.
so scared, bro.
Bro,
I was
you
about to
pissed me
float with
off.
nothing because I kept saying like, bro, like I'll get it, and I did get it. Like that's the thing. Like I did do it, but like because I just wait till the end, or I wait till
tempting me,
or I wait till like I have like a perfect moment in my head. Where like, oh, I have all these ideas in my head. Boom, boom, boom. Because I hate like I would just wait till the end, but it worked out.
It's because, like I said, I'm more of like a work by myself type of person. So when I'm trying to like work with someone, I'm like, I asked you, just make sure you write down because you might forget.
Yeah, and I was like,
and you're like, I'll get to it. You're a motherfucker. Yeah, I'll get to it. It's some bullshit.
I'll get to it, bro.
Thing. No, but you did get to it, and then I trust you more now, 100%.
Yes.
I think that was like that was fun, you motherfucker.
Let's top 5 favorite episodes.
I don't know if I could do top 5. I was thinking of top 1. I was gonna stop at that. But
you're just gonna say one? Well, you say like you say your top 1, then honorable mentions. I'll just say like a couple that I really like.
Can you go first, and then I'll go?
Okay,
because I'm really I need to look through them.
So yeah, I'm looking through them
As you can tell, I love our podcast.
Okay, I'm not gonna. Most of them are gonna be out of order, but I do have a favorite. All right, so some of my favorite episodes. Okay, so in the beginning, you know, it was rough. We were getting to it, but
to say the least,
one of my like we especially early on. Especially early
what
on.
The fuck? Dude, you had a stroke.
Especially early on, our episodes were defined by one single moment. So like whether it was 35 weeks, Aiden's a chain smoker, like our episodes were like one moment that made it stand out.
100%.
But later we go on. I would say obviously my first favorite episode was Please, 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 Sabrina Carpenter one. I think that's like still like one of our best and most funniest ones. And then I would say the list again has a funny moment in it. But then let's go up here Obviously, honestly, this is a streak right here. White Boy of the Year, Birthday Boy, Misfits, Chunks, and the Real Guest episode. If you told me that was your 5 favorite episodes, I'd be like, yeah, same. Those are all amazing. But I guess if I'm going through those, Chunks, I'll say definitely clears. Chunks and Birthday Boy. And then I would say Not Again. Not Again, Space Bidet. And then Kingsploration and Black Panther. I'd say are my favorite. But I think Chunks is our best episode.
I'll tell you. I'm not going to rank them because that's even more complicated for my brain. I will say the tough part is I actually don't remember a lot of what happened in these episodes. But I will say, first off, definitely one of my favorites. Episode 13. Please. Like, just like you.
That's when we'd always like tell people like, oh, like that's episode you should watch.
That's the one where we perfected it in the sense of like we finally found what worked. What we were doing prior to that, which was like going at each other's fucking necks.
Yeah.
Every episode was not working. And then so episode 13 really had its it really clicked. For my next one, I would have to say Chunks. Chunks was a really good episode. Rio was fun. Coach Jacobs, I have to.
Yeah.
Has to go up there for me. And I would say Kingsploration. Kingsploration was really funny. Yeah, I loved that. I really loved that one. And our recent one, Mexican Jumping Bean, I really liked that was
funny too.
So
all of them we're getting to the point again because like I just said, we used to have episodes that was one definitive moment was the episode name, this how but now we're like we have to pick through all these names and stuff like that. So and just honestly, like I said before 2025, I'm getting of like how consistent. Again, I would say I want to have an episode release 47 out of 52 weeks. That gives us 5 weeks where like we don't know what happens. Like let's say this is close, something like that. I feel like that's good. We want when we come back for the second birthday, we want to have 47 out of 32 weeks filmed.
Can I ask, how has the podcast affected your life? Has it affected it at all? Like,
it's affected me. Well, another thing about like how we've changed, like I was in like a deep dark like hole when we first started, and like the way I acted to other people, and then like something just switched in February where I just did like a complete like 180 where I turned into like the most positive person ever.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I no more like anger, no more like any bad intentions toward anyone. So that's probably the most growth I've seen in myself. This year's been crazy for me in every single like learning aspect of it. What was your question again?
How has the podcast impacted you? You were answering.
It's impacted me because like now when someone says like, oh, what do you do for fun, stuff like that, like I have things to tell them. Like it's not just like, oh, I go to school, like, oh, I'm on a podcast. It always surprises people. And now again, just like telling people at work, like not just like coworkers, but like customers that are like, they're like, oh my gosh, it's super cool. Like, let me, what is it? And like telling them that, like, that's stuff that like I never.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm becoming more personable. And how's it? What again? How's it?
Damn.
How's it affected?
Short-term memory loss is crazy.
How's it affected me?
How's it impacted you?
It's impacted me because like also just building a bond, learning new things about myself. It's impacted me in a great way. Also having like again, let's say the biggest thing I love about podcasts is when we put it out there is that my grandparents are so far away and like other family members that if they want to hear or see what's going on in my life, they can just listen to an episode because that's like current information. Also, again,
dude, that's so special, by the way, being able to like your grandparents being able to see you and stuff without having to like.
Remember when you said you were gonna buzz your head and diet?
Oh, what the fuck! No need to bring that up, you fucking asshole. What is wrong with you? That was long forgotten, dude. No need to bring that back up.
Yeah, again, it's impacted me in many different ways.
Yeah, guys, don't look forward to that. I'm gonna be sending kinks on my TikTok soon.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's impacted me in many great ways. Overall, just pushed me to become a better person. Pushed me to keep achieving my goals in every single aspect. How about you? It's
made me so much more outgoing. The thing I've been like kind of at odds with that I'm again working on. I'm working on a lot of things. I have a lot of problems, as you can tell.
Yeah.
But what I'm working on is...
We're about to have more problems in a second after that.
Hey, no spoilers. But it's made me more social, and I think I've had a hard time like kind of recognizing the progress I've made. But it's nice to be like, hey, I'm like way different than I used to be a year ago. And I've like become like I'm much more comfortable talking with people, starting conversations, especially like recently and stuff like that. I think it's just been a great opportunity for me to learn how to put effort towards something. I've said it before, but like I'm a naturally like lazy person. I don't like doing things, and when I do things, I try to do it in the fastest way possible.
I've been. Yes.
So it's been an interesting experience, a learning experience, just having this and committing every week to doing it no matter what. Like there's weeks where I think like, oh, I have to edit another episode, or oh, I have to post another episode. Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, right? But it's just like taking that and continuing to move forward and being like, you know what, fuck it. We have stuff to do. We have to post an episode every week. Let's do it, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's been the big part for me. And just like, I've just been progressing in life in general. It's been help.
Also learning like, because at first, again, flashback, whatever, like I'm slurring my words right now. But our first episode also, what was so like difficult about it is that when you have a conversation, you're not trying to interrupt someone. You're just let them talk. So when he was talking about his Italy story, the whole time I was just like,
yeah, so quiet.
Like now we have to interrupt each other, but it's a good interruption because we're just trying to add on to the conversation.
Hey guys, welcome back to our game segment. For today, we actually have a challenge. And for the anniversary episode, you're wondering, it's the anniversary, what special
Why do we have
challenge
milk?
do you have? Well, I love milk, and Evan's a baby. So, actually, I'm sorry, that was unnecessary.
Oh.
Unnecessary. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Slimy.
No,
Give
me
your hand slimy too.
No, give me it. Give me it.
Ugh. Oh my gosh.
A little feisty, huh?
Number one.
Okay, no, but we are doing a Dave's Hot Chicken Spice Challenge. So basically, we have from the least amount of spice to the Reaper level,
Did
guys.
you got me a fork too?
The Reaper level. We're on a budget, guys.
Are you serious?
I'll be cutting it for Evan, okay? But yeah, from no spice all the way up to the Reaper level, guys. It is 7
pass
total.
that napkin over there so when I grab the Reaper and like the other spicy ones, I can just grab it with that. So I don't
I'm planning to stab it with a knife. But guys, this is crazy. We're doing this for you. It's content. It's entertainment. We are suffering through all of this. That's a no spice one. But Evan, first, do you want to read off kind of the Reaper so we know what we're getting into?
I'll read out again.
Oh yeah.
Before.
Okay, guys.
I've never had this no spice before. Also, I feel like they made up flavors just so that we could buy more. Because tell me why they have a little mild, no spice.
Here.
All right, this first one. Okay, just bite it with your hand, bro. This is gonna take. Buddy over here is gonna.
Hey, don't judge.
I've never had.
You're
that.
right. Fuck it.
This
For now.
Smells good.
Okay, guys. Here is the no spice one. No spice. Ready? It's cold as shit.
It's cold.
We've had this for about how long? Do you think? A little over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
What would we give that? 1 out of 10.
That's mid.
I give it a 5. Okay.
I never had that.
No spice is no good, guys. Don't get the
it's
no
probably,
spice.
it's probably
at Dave's
better
Hut.
if it's like hot and ready.
Okay.
But yeah.
It's whatever.
All right, now we got a little mild, which again they made that up for show. I'm also about to be super fat after this, so I'm not excited.
All right, guys.
All right.
Also, we're really hungry. I'm hungry. I didn't eat.
not. Little mild.
Little mild. A little bit better.
A little better flavor.
I'm just so hungry, dude. Not bad. I no spice though. Nothing's hit me yet.
And also, it would be better again if it was hot, but still, I still taste the flavor. That's
Yes. Okay. So that's our little mild.
good. Okay.
I give that a 6.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
6 or
better.
7. Now we got mild.
We got mild, guys.
All right. Mild.
All right, the mild, guys. I think this is the spice level I usually get
yeah.
is mild or medium. So here we go. Mild.
Okay.
All right, fine. Okay, guys. So I would say I'm feeling a little bit of spice. Not anything significant, but listen, I ain't a spice guy. What about you?
Yeah. It's good though.
His pops grew ghost peppers. What's that about?
My dad just built different like that. That's why he's just so. Hey.
I'm
Hey.
sorry.
Now we got medium. This is what I normally get. This is what I normally get right here. This is a medium. So let's take a bite.
This is
Right here.
medium. You can already tell it has more dust on it.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. No, he's already going to milk?
No, I'm preparing myself. All right, I'm ready.
Oh, you're right. Don't knock it over, by the way. Be careful.
Oh, we're so cooked.
Be careful.
We're having
Should we
milk.
put it on the ground then? You think? Just so it doesn't spill over.
Yeah, and if it spills, it just goes on.
Oh, shit, I spilled.
Oh my God.
Damn it, dude. Well,
Do we both do it? Yeah. All
right. So I'm already feeling the spice.
right.
Oh my god.
That was medium. Now we got hot.
So we have. So this is the third to last one, guys. This is the third to last one. I'm already feeling the spice. Not significantly again, but I'm worried because it just jumped out of nowhere.
Yeah. This is what is this? Hot.
It's hot.
This one's hot. Okay. So look at this.
Guys, golly. It's kind of an orangish color compared to the reddish color that the prior one was.
So yeah. Ready?
3, 2, 1. Okay, guys. It's already hitting. You might think of us as wimps, and I would say, fuck you. Okay?
Can I get a sip of mine?
No, don't hit milk yet. We have to.
What? You're gonna wait?
I think you and me should challenge ourselves to till the Reaper. All right?
Fuck.
This is content. We are for the content.
There's gonna be a pain after.
Oh, fuck. Okay, get it. Go, please. Papa,
Yeah.
Papa, please. All right, 3, 2, 1. What's been your favorite memory from the podcast in the last year? See the Rio? What about him?
The way he just.
Oh, what's been your favorite wing actually? I would say the
Wing?
medium. I would say medium or hot. Medium or hot. Been the best. Let's go. Why are we waiting? It's not fucking hot ones we're doing. Fuck. Evan, read, Evan.
All right, this is the.
Before we eat the Reaper, we want you guys to know the disclaimer we had to sign off on.
Yes, it's that hot. Reaper, eat at your own risk. But I run the Reaper. Accept this Reaper. Due to extreme hot nature, acknowledge eating days off carries with potential certain risks.
Come on.
Can cause harm, including but not limited to bodily injury, property damage, emotional distress. I'm crying right now. Death. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So we might die.
Like.
Guys, zoom in.
T-Pepper.
It's black. I mean, fuck. But you know what I mean? It's so dark. The chicken is so dark, guys. The chicken is so dark. Okay, cut it. Fuck, it's building up. This is my happy place. Okay, fuck. Don't touch your eyes, remember. Don't touch your eyes.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Oh my god, so much spice on there.
Oh.
That tastes like shit. Fuck.
Oh.
Fuck. Why am I doing this? I need to drink milk.
I remember when I did it with Steel. He took a bite. Oh. And it was like, oh, that's easy. And then he took another. He was trying to take another bite. Then he just kicked in on my.
Bro, it's building. Fuck. Dude, every time I breathe, it burns so
The
bad.
best thing about the Reaper is that you don't have to do it.
Fuck.
Bro, I'm gonna have like 1,000 calories of milk.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
How much do you love this podcast now? I can't talk. I'm like looking for a fucking savior somewhere.
I need more napkins, bro. Oh, I need more napkins.
Go run. Go get napkins. Okay, guys, now that you're just with me. This is the most miserable pain I think I've ever been through in my life. My mom told me to be careful. Thank you, Mom. Up to this point, the spiciest thing I've eaten is a jalapeno. Evan's back. Up to this point, the spiciest thing I've eaten is a jalapeno. And that was probably the worst pain in my life.
Oh.
And I don't know what to tell you guys.
2,000 years later.
By the gods.
All right, what?
Oh my God, we're over the edge. I think we're ready. All right, guys. Back to the program.
Back to program.
All right, guys. I just want to kind of talk to the people who have stuck with us up to this point, and like any people, hopefully in the future. I guess no. What am I talking about? The people here and now. I just really appreciate the fact that, and I'm grateful for the fact for anyone just like even watching it. Like, our views go up and down constantly, but regardless like what number it is, whether it be 40, 10,
5,000, a million, like
100.
Yeah.
I hope 1 point. But I'm honestly so grateful for anyone who keeps watching, for the friends who have taken the time to tune in and actually watch our whole episodes. Like, shout out Chile. He's been a great person to help me through a lot of this. Like, when I need advice and stuff like that, he's the perfect person to call up. But for the people watching, I really appreciate you sticking on the journey, like through like the fact that me and Evan in the beginning, like we said, weren't the best, but it was just our learning experience. And from this point onward, it's only like up from here. We're going to continue to get better. And I hope that this podcast continues to grow and find more people that are interested in it. And I hope that our podcast for the people that are watching is able to be an escape for you, that like the hour you watch it or the 30 minutes you watch it, that this is like a positive moment in your day. Yeah.
And just bounce on top of that, like the whole kickback thing, when people ask, is like something that you can escape from life. Whenever like there's negativity in the world, we don't entertain politics on this podcast. We don't talk about any world issues. That's just not what we want to talk about. That's just not the point of our podcast. It's supposed to be an escape that you can turn on, have fun, just enjoy great conversations, funny moments. So yeah, on what Aidan was talking about, I just want to thank you guys all. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you all my family, friends that just watch, people that only watch the clips, like just any type of support means a lot. We should have filmed this after the Dave's Hot Chicken thing.
This was stupid.
But again, I'm very happy. I'm very curious to see where we will be in a year, what type of people we will be, how we will change, how we will adapt to every situation. And I hope that we just keep going, keep being consistent. And I'm thankful for this opportunity. I'm thankful for the school of UCI. I'm thankful for the people at UCI. I'm thankful for all the people that have been on the podcast, that will be on the podcast. I'm just happy, and this has been a very crucial point in my life. This is something 100%. That right now in my life that I can't talk about what I'm doing in my life without the podcast. So,
hell yeah, dude. And I really appreciate you, by the way. I wanted to say that too. I forgot to, but I want to say, like, I appreciate you so much taking on this journey with me. The whole year has been fucking crazy, ups and downs through thick and thin, everything good and bad. I said that 50 times over, but you know what I mean. I really do honestly appreciate you, and for always being able to like help make this podcast more fun for me, dude. Honestly. All right, guys. If you want to go check us out, you can find our socials in the bio, my Instagram, my TikTok. What about you?
Same here, and just mess with us, bro. We're vibing. We're having lots of fun. We appreciate you guys, and see you guys in the next time. Peace.
Peace.
They ain't hear what I said, I think I had to bring that back. Okay, kick back and I roll my pack. I'm like, can't cap, I'ma let this black. Okay, I rap, nigga, I like stacks. I pass you, I can't even see ya, ho. He shit talk my beats, bro. And a bitch get top, will teach ya, ho. On God.